Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please allow me to welcome you to the 45th Commencement Ceremony of Eugenio Maria de Hostos Community College. I am Professor Alberto Bird, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies this afternoon. President Gomez, distinguished guests, graduates, faculty, staff, families, and friends, it is my pleasure to introduce the Grand Marshal of our 45th Commencement Ceremony, Professor Alida Pastoriza Maldonado.
Please stand. Let all who are here present know that the 45th Commencement Ceremony of the Eugenio Maria de Hostos Community College of the City University of New York will now begin. Please remain standing for the invocation and the national anthem.
This afternoon is one of great joy. We have come to witness the conferral of degrees upon the members of our graduating class of June 2nd, 2016. We have come to honor them as they become graduates of Eugenio Maria de Hostos Community College. Let us celebrate their success. Our invocation shall now be delivered by Ms. Maria Cano, Director of the COPE program.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon and welcome everybody to the 45th Commencement Ceremony of Eugenio Maria de Hostos Community College. It is truly a privilege and certainly an honor to have been invited to give the invocation to you, the graduating class of 2016, the biggest graduating class in the history of Hostos. I feel an immense sense of joy to see so many of my students and so many other familiar faces sitting there graduating today. You made it despite the many challenges you face. Congratulations. The Swiss philosopher Carl Hilty wisely stated, happiness is not having no hardships or few hardships. It's to victoriously and gloriously overcoming them all. And that's, my friend, what you have proven today. Graduates, as you embark on your many endeavors, keep your hearts open to the welfare of all people in your community and respect the inherent dignity and worth of each individual. Keep in mind that race, politics, religion, and social standing should not be a divisive mechanism. Instead, let's have conversations and keep dialogue open to understand each other mutually. Our common humanity should unite us all. Also, recognize the proven potential in yourself and forge ahead. Go forward with confidence and expectations. Use the lessons you've learned at Hostos as your guiding principle. In addition, please take the time after this ceremony to thank those that help you get this far. A heartfelt thanks has power. Lastly, I want to leave you with a quote from the president of my Buddhist organization, the Soka Gakkai International. President Daisaku Ikeda states, a single individual will help achieve a change in the destiny of a nation, and further, will enable a change in the destiny of all humankind. Let us be that individual. Let us be the catalyst for change. Congratulations, class of 2016.
Professor Thelma Etier Sterling will now lead us in the singing of our national anthem, accompanied at the piano by Mr. Emmanuel Diaz.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light how so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming at the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, save us that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure and honor to introduce the president of Eugenio Maria de Hostos Community College, Dr. David Gomez.
Buenas, bienvenidos a todos. Before I proceed with the introduction of the platform party, I would like to bring to the podium a very special guest who would like to bring welcoming remarks. He is a friend of CUNY, a friend of Hostos, the senior senator from the state of New York, Charles Schumer.
Well, thank you, President Gomez, and first let me congratulate you. This is President Gomez's first full commencement as president, and he and the faculty and the staff and all of the people of Hostos have made this one of the finest community colleges, not just in the Bronx or in New York City, but in our whole state. So job well done, Mr. President. Now it's my honor to address the members of the platform party, including my good friend Borough President Ruben Diaz, who you'll hear from soon, the friends and families of the graduates, but most of all, you, the class of 2016 Hostos. The largest class Hostos has ever had. Congratulations. Felicitaciones. Now, first, I'd like to announce my class gift. As you know, it's hard to pay for college. And we have Pell Grants that help people out. That's a good thing. But I introduced a law that helps in addition. There is now a law on the books, which we passed recently, that said you or your families can take as a full tax credit $2,500 off your federal taxes for every year of college to help defray the cost of tuition, provided, in Washington there's always a provided, provided your family income is below $200,000 a year. So, for those of you who come from families who make below $200,000, make sure you or mom or dad, whoever paid, takes that tax credit. Last year, actually, about a quarter of all the people who are entitled didn't take it because it's new. If you forgot to take it, you can actually fill out a form with the IRS and get up to a check of up to $5,000 back in the mail. Now, that's a pretty good class gift. But what happens if you come from a family that makes above $200,000 a year? God bless you. I'd like to say a word to the moms and dads who are here. Moms and dads, I know how you feel, because a few short years ago, my wife Iris and I sat where you did and watched our daughter Jessica graduate. And it was one of the greatest days of our lives. If you're like us, you think of the tough times. It's not easy raising kids. We remembered when Jessica was 5 months old. We rushed her to the hospital because she had 106.5 fever. We didn't think she'd make it. Praise God, she did. We then remembered when we put her on the kindergarten bus for the first time. She was 5. As the bus pulled away, she ran to the back of the bus, waved goodbye, tears streaming down her little cheeks. But when Iris went to meet her on the bus's return at 2 o'clock, she bounded off the bus, happy as could be. She said, "Mommy, I came back." When we talked to her that night, we realized what was going on in her little head. She thought that would be the last time she'd see us. She was on to new parents, new house, new room, new family. And then we remembered Jessie as a teenager, where she didn't say much to us, and when she did, we didn't understand a word she said. And then moms and dads, you see your daughters and sons come up on the stage here, get that diploma, and become an adult before your very eyes. Congratulations to the moms and dads. And one more word of thanks. As we speak here, as we're having this great afternoon celebrating your graduation, there are young men and young women your age who are in our armed forces. Some of them are overseas in dangerous places like Iraq and Afghanistan, many of them from our community. And they are risking their lives for our freedom. Let's have a round of applause for them as well. Now, to this great class, Hostos 2016, you've been given a whole lot of gifts. One is a great education. Less than 1 out of 3 young people your age will get any college degree at all. And the degree you've gotten here from Hostos puts you a leg up on many others even who get degrees because your education is so fine. Second, you have families, and they'll always have your backs no matter how old you are. They'll be with you for thick and thin. But there's a third advantage which you may not have thought of. You are the first generation to be born into all of this new technology, the first ones to be fully familiar with it. You know, in 1988, maybe before many of you were born, that was the first year the word internet ever appeared in print. No Google and no Facebook and no Instagram, no Snapchat, no instant messaging, no LOL. In 1994, maybe some of you were born that year, was the World Wide Web had 13 websites. That's it, 13. You could only go to 13 places on the whole web. Now there are 15 billion. And you know, your parents, your teachers, me, the older generation, we try to get with it with this new technology, but it's hard for us. We're learning it as adults. But you were born into it. Technology is to your generation like water is to a fish. You've been swimming in it your whole lives. And so, graduates, the fact that you have these gifts, a great education, great families, and you're the first generation to be instinctively familiar with the new technology means one thing. Now is the time to think of your dream. Reach high for it. Then reach deep down inside yourself. See what you're made of. See if you can achieve that dream. My advice to the class of 2016 is simple. Go for it. Now, sometimes you'll make the wrong choice, But if my experience is any indication, you'll pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and move forward. But if you make the right choice, with a lot of hard work, a little luck, and some prayer, your life will be enriched forever. Now, I learned these lessons myself. When I was seated at college graduation several decades ago, as you are seated here today, I learned that I'd won a scholarship to travel all around the world, all expenses paid, for a whole year. For me, it was the opportunity of a lifetime. I was a kid from Brooklyn. I had never been out of the country before. But at the same time, I met a girl, and I fell in love. Aww. So, class, I had to decide. Do I go around the world for a whole year on the all-expense-paid scholarship? Or do I stay home with the girl, my first true love? Class of 2016, what would you have done? President Gomez, the class is divided. I stayed home with the girl. Don't clap yet, you romantics over there. The story unfolds. That summer, she went on a brief vacation, and I went to the airport to meet her on her return. As soon as she got off the plane, I saw by the look on her face something was wrong. She dumped me by Labor Day. There I was, no scholarship, no trip around the world, no girl. I said to myself, what a loser you are. You're never going to make anything of yourself. Give up right now. And in fact, I stayed in my house for several months, moped around, felt sorry for myself. But somehow I dusted myself up, picked myself up, dusted myself off, and moved forward. And a few years later, I found myself seated at graduation once again, this time from law school. But on the way home from law school, I told Mom and Dad I was not going to join the fancy law firm like we had planned. I told them I loved politics. I told them I wanted to run for office, even though the chances of winning seemed remote. As you could imagine, my parents were shocked. My mother was particularly disappointed. You see, I came from a family that struggled to send their son to college and law school. My father was an exterminator, never made much money, never went to college. And the law firm in those days was paying $400 a week, which in those days was more money than my family had ever seen. But my dream was to run for office, and so that fall, at the age of 23, and against long odds, I ran for the New York State Assembly, and I had 3 opponents. There was the party machine candidate, there was a neighborhood activist, and then there was my mother, who was telling all her friends not to vote for me. So as she said, I'd get this dumb idea of being a politician out of my big, thick head. Well, graduates, a few years earlier, I sure didn't get that girl. But that November, I won the election. So, in conclusion, to this great class, Hostos 2016, you've been given 3 great gifts: a great education, great families, and an instinctive knowledge of all our new technology. It is my hope, it is my prayer, and indeed it is my confidence that you will use those 3 gifts wisely, use them well, and achieve your dream. To the great class of 2016, congratulations, good luck, Godspeed, and don't forget, go for it. Thanks, President. Thanks for the good job you did. Thank you for...
At this time, I'd like to introduce the divisional leaders of Hostos Community College. I will be introducing our trustees and other special guests shortly. First, let me start with our Senior Vice President for Administration and Finance, Ms. Esther Rodriguez Chardevoin. Our Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Christine Mangino. Someone who always gets a big round of applause at these events, our Vice President for Student Development and Enrollment Management, Mr. Nathaniel Cruz. Our Assistant Vice President for Institutional Advancement, Ms. Virginia Almendares. Our Vice President for Continuing Education and Workforce Development, Dr. Carlos Molina. Excuse me, Carlos. Also with us today are our campus leaders. The Chair of the College-wide Senate, Professor Hector Lopez, Chair of the Business Department. Yet another president on this podium, the President of our student government, Mr. Saint Bakup. Just parenthetically, for those of you that are not aware, Mr. Bakup is going to Harvard, a school I could not get admitted to. I had to settle for Columbia, sorry. The Chair of our Student Senate, Mr. Faisal Traore. Our campus minister, Father James Sheehan. From our foundation board, Ms. Elba Cabrera. We also have a distinguished group of alumni that you should find, for those of you, in your 45th Annual Commencement commemorative book, The Fruit of Our Labor. Please stand and be acknowledged, those of you that are here. Thank you. You honor us all. From the Hostos Lincoln Academy Early College High School, Mr. Nicholas Paulberg, the principal. Mr. David Johnson, the Early College liaison. We are also honored to have several representatives, easy for me to say, of the City University of New York with us today. Mr. Alfonso Berry, the Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees and a friend of the college. Dr. Frank Sanchez, Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs. At this time, I would like to invite Vice Chair Berry to come to the podium and greet us on behalf of the Board of Trustees. If you would please, Mr. Berry.
How's everybody doing this afternoon? This is indeed a very great afternoon. First of all, I want to give acknowledgement to all of the platform guests, to our esteemed Borough President, who is a great friend of mine, also to Dr. Sanchez, who is our esteemed head of all of student development throughout the City University, and a number of other people that we have here. But most importantly, I really want to say congratulations to each and every one of you, the class of 2016. Congratulations. We know that each and every one of you are here not because of only your good looks, and all of you do have very good looks, but you're here because of the hard work that each and every one of you have put in order to gain this degree. And that is why this is such an important event. I also go way back with the City University of New York. I graduated first from the Borough of Manhattan Community College. Then I went to Queens College, and then afterwards I gained 2 graduate degrees, an MSW and an MBA at Columbia University. But what's important about that is that where you are, I was. Where I stand, you will also stand soon, and you will go beyond that. That is why this event is so important. Also realize that each and every one of you are here because of the hard work of individuals who went before you, and also those who are in your family who support you. Just raise your hand if you come from another country. Just raise your hand. Raise your hand if you are the first in your family to get a degree, like I am. And now be thankful for the fact that you are here because of the hard work of others who have put you here. Also, remember all of the faculty and administrators who are here. Please show them your love for all of the work that they have put in order to help you to succeed. They do great work, and don't forget them. When you leave these walls, when you leave this university, remember that your education is not ending, it is just beginning. And remember that there are individuals here who care about you, who really are concerned about your development. They are individuals that you must stay in contact with. Networking is what it is about. Your next job is not going to be in the New York Times. It's going to come about because of the individuals who are sitting next to you and who are on this stage, who know something about you and who are willing to support you in your work. Take advantage of that resource. Don't forget that resource. That resource is with each and every one of you forever. The last thing that I want to say is this, and that is that a number of you are going to do great things. Take a look at the individual who is next to you, because that individual may be your borough president later, might be president of the university, might be a scientist, might be a writer, might be an actor or an actress, might be an individual who is a great designer. Those are the individuals that you want to make sure stay in your corner, and they are your support mechanism as you continue on, just like each and every one of us here on the stage are your support mechanism. So in final, I say this: seize this day, enjoy it. Be proud and feel the pride for a job well done. Carpe diem, seize this day, it belongs to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vice Chair Berry. You're always such an inspiration to us. It is now my pleasure to introduce Vice Chancellor Frank D. Sanchez. And for those of you that are not aware, Vice Chancellor Sanchez will soon be the president of Rhode Island College. We will miss him. He's been a great friend and colleague, but wish him well. Today, he's here to bring greetings on behalf of the Chancellery of the City University of New York.
Congratulations, 2016 Hostos graduates. Very nice. Before I give a few very brief remarks, there are a number of individuals we need to recognize this evening that made today possible. Certainly want to recognize the extraordinary leadership and vision and support of all of our graduates today with President David Gomez. Thank you so much for all the work you do. Also, to the Board of Trustees, Vice Chairman Philip Berry, for his steadfast stewardship and advocacy as part of the governance of the City University of New York. Let's give him a round of applause as well. Thank you, Trustee. There are several speakers today that I briefly want to recognize. Certainly our very own Bronx Borough President Ruben Diaz Jr., who will be giving the keynote address today, as well as your valedictorian, Wendy Fernandez, and your salutatorian, Santi Agrespin. Let me also recognize the superb faculty and staff for providing exceptional support and for creating what has become an extraordinary learning experience here at Hostos Community College. And to the family, and to the friends, and to the significant others that are here and have been here over the years that have provided the unwavering love and support and encouragement and guidance of our graduates. It is with deep gratitude and appreciation that I thank all of you for being alongside our graduates, particularly now as they begin another very exciting new chapter in their lives. Congratulations. It is my honor as the Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs to represent Chancellor James B. Milliken at this auspicious occasion. The Chancellor sends his heartfelt congratulations at this 45th Hostos Commencement ceremony. I, along with Chancellor Milliken, share our pride in celebrating with you the largest graduating class in Hostos history. The history and tradition of Hostos is not only fully embraced by the City University of New York, but is forever linked and vital for the South Bronx. The Hostos mission is to offer access to higher education, leading to intellectual growth and social economic mobility. You are graduates of an institution that has made a college a reality for working class New Yorkers, the children of immigrants, and others seeking access to higher education while fulfilling their dreams and their own aspirations. As Hostos graduates, you have much to be proud of and much to look forward to. You have distinguished yourself in many, many ways. Just a few examples. This year, Hostos Community College was named the most tech-savvy community college in the nation. The skills, yes, the skills that you have learned here at Hostos will serve you well in a future as the nation and the world increasingly relies on digital technology. Hostos has been named one of the best colleges for veterans and is now recognized as one of our nation's military-friendly institutions. Hostos students, now you've won numerous awards and recognitions, just a few of them including the USA Today Phi Theta Kappa All New York Academic Awards, the Peter Jennings Scholarship Laurel Award, the CUNY Nobel Science Challenge, and many, many others. Hostos promotes a vibrant arts and cultural community both locally and globally. For example, this year alone, you held your first Calling All Kids program, a free dental clinic for children who live in the community. You also this year held a highly successful benefit concert for the victims of the earthquake in Ecuador. And the examples go on. As Hostos and CUNY graduates, you are part of a tradition of access and excellence. Many of you have faced challenges along the way, but today you sit here in your caps and gowns celebrating your extraordinary achievement, having clearly demonstrated you are ready for new challenges and new possibilities. In closing, I know that your Hostos degree will serve you well. You're well prepared to pursue life's next chapter. Chancellor Milliken is proud, incredibly proud of you, and extends his warmest wishes to you and your families. And so it is on behalf of the Chancellor, it is my honor to say congratulations.
Now, before I bring our next speaker forward, a few acknowledgments. Along with the title Professor, the President's Medal is the highest honor that this institution can bestow. Periodically, it is awarded to an individual who has achieved noteworthy professional accomplishments and that reflect dedication and commitment to the mission and vision of Hostos. It is only appropriate to bestow this great honor on none other than our very own Bronx Borough President, Ruben Diaz, Jr. Our Borough President has led the implementation of a new Bronx agenda on economic development, housing, education, and public safety. The Bronx has seen over $7 billion, that's billion with a B, in new development of all kinds since he took office in 2009. This includes more than $600 million alone in housing, building over 14,000 new units, and creating more than 15,000 new jobs. You can see his full bio in your program. It is my honor, I am not his campaign manager, but as a proud Bronx resident, to bring forward our Borough President, Ruben Diaz, Jr.
¿Hay cariño o no hay cariño? Buenas tardes. To all of the family members, to all of the aunties and uncles, abuelitos y abuelitas, to you, Dr. Gomez, to the faculty members, to the members of the Board of Trustees, cálmate un poquito, we'll get to you in a minute, to all of the faculty members and to the graduating class of Hostos 2016, holla! I'm so humbled and honored to be here today, especially humbled and honored that your faculty members and your president has bestowed upon me this President's Medal. I will cherish it. I know that he read a lot about my resume or curriculum vitae, if you will. I know that when you have a commencement speaker, it's about looking at what they've done in their career and trying to have that individual impart on the audience some of those things that's on that resume. But I choose to take, if you will, indulge me for a minute, a different approach. What I would like you to do is take this journey with me. A journey of a little boy who was born of Puerto Rican parents. A young boy who was raised in the Bronx when he didn't have any parks to play in, where he played in rubble because the Bronx was burned down. A little boy who saw all these negative things around him, like the crack epidemic. A little boy who went on to public schools, and all the while his parents told him to maintain focus, stay educated. A little boy who turned out to be a good young man, who went on to high school and fell in love, didn't go around the world. In fact, his mother le metió par de cocotazos because he went to one high school and transferred his senior year to another high school, chasing that love. Boy, did those cocotazos hurt. I want to take you on this journey of this young man who became a CUNY twofer, graduated from LaGuardia Community College, and Lehman College. I want to take you on this journey of this young man who, at the age of 22, decided to run for office, younger than Senator Schumer. Didn't win the first time that he ran, but at the age of 23, won the state assembly seat, and he was still younger than Chuck Schumer. A young man who, by the way, the love that he was chasing became his wife. Who slowly balanced a life of being a young husband, a young father, a young elected official, and a student still at CUNY. A young man who took 13 years to get 2 degrees. As you can imagine, as you have already guessed, I'm that young man. I remember when I graduated, I had mommy there, and papi, and my brother and sister, my wife and my 2 sons. And the most important thing for me was to have my sons with me, because I believe that I'm their role model. I didn't want my sons to have any excuses. I also knew, like so many of you, that I was graduating, and I sat there not just representing myself, but representing my mom, who did not get a chance to get a higher education, representing Abuelita, who did not get a chance to get a higher education, representing those family members who did not get the same opportunities that I did. By the way, my two sons, no excuses. Ruben graduated in 2014 from Boston College. And he's now making good money here. I hope he gets his own apartment already. And our youngest, Ryan, just finished his junior year at Temple University in Philadelphia. Through it all, when I sat in my courses, like so many of you, I've learned more about diversity than the books that I was reading. I learned more about other people's religion from the people that I sat next to. I learned about different cultures because of the diversity of our beloved Bronx and this city. I learned hard lessons of economics by having to choose whether or not I needed to purchase that textbook. I'm not gonna lie, I copied a lot of those pages. I had to buy formula and Similac and Pampers and pay the rent. Like so many of you, those of the pluses that I took away from me as I graduated, and I give all the thanks to my professors and the faculties of the schools that I went to, like I know you give them thanks today. But it's important that you stick together. It is important that you realize the lessons that you've learned from each other. The lessons that I learned from the people that I sat next to are the very lessons that I have taken with me as an elected official, as the borough president. It is the reason why I invest so much in education. It is the reason why I invest so much in CUNY. Since I've been the borough president, I've allocated millions of dollars to Hostos Community College alone. Today you graduate and you think that it's over. I'm glad you think so. Y mami, papi, como quiera, mira, yo tengo 43 años. Soy presidente del condado del Bronx, que tiene una población de 1.4 millones de residentes. Tengo un go out there and you conquer your world. More than ever, I say this because more than ever, we need you. When you have 60,000 people on any given night still homeless in the city of New York, we need you. When there's still people who don't believe that a woman should get paid the same as a man doing the same job, we need you. When you have some idiot running for president of the United States saying we should build a wall, somebody vilifying the immigrant, we become better because of the immigrants. We become better because of our diversity. We need you at this moment. And so I'll leave you with this. The great Eugenio Maria de Hostos dijo, he said, there are complete individuals and incomplete individuals. If you would be a complete individual, put all of your soul strength into all of your life's actions. The time for action is now. Many of you are millennials. Many of you are on the internet. Many of you believe that by giving your opinion on any particular social site that you've done your job. We have to get out there with action. We have to get out there. We have to vote. We have to protest. We have to make sure that people who want our support have to respect us. And we shouldn't be bashful about it. We shouldn't be shy about it. As the borough president of the Bronx, I'm here to say that on behalf of 1.4 million Bronxites, we love you, we believe in you, we need you, and we expect you to go on and do great things. God bless you. Que Dios lo cuide, que Dios lo guarde.
Now you know I was so proud to have this man as the Bronx Borough President. Another round of applause for Borough President Diaz. Now, from time to time, I do get to follow the Borough President, and it's not easy when you're speaking after you've just heard such a dynamic speaker. But I do want to echo some of the themes that he brought up. Because over the past few months, we have heard some very troubling rhetoric that questions the contributions and indeed the very value of new arrivals to this country, the undocumented, those of different faiths or political views or gender identity. Referencing the Declaration of Independence, the great Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King once observed in his I Have a Dream speech that this nation has not always lived up to the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Now, in the 21st century, we'd have to change the language of the 18th century a little bit to read all men and women are created equal. The sentiments, however, remain the same. To the negative arguments and those of little faith, I offer you the Hostos graduating class of 2016, the largest class in this college's history. Here today are young men and women who have overcome what many might feel are insurmountable odds and have not merely survived but have excelled. And I'd like to share with you, in addition to our president of the student government, some other examples, like Carlos Ramon Andicola, who attended Hostos while he and his three brothers and his parents were forced to live in a shelter after being evicted from their home. Despite these challenges, Carlos distinguished himself academically. He's already a published author with another book in the works, and I fully expect to see his name on the New York Times bestseller list very soon. It includes Devon Simmons, a young man. Thank you. That's it, give it up, it's okay. This is a young man who came to the Hostos family as part of the Prison to College Pipeline, an initiative of John Jay College of Criminal Justice in collaboration with Hostos. Now, Devon is graduating with honors and will be pursuing his yeah, you can clap, that's good. And he'll be pursuing his baccalaureate degree at John Jay this fall. This young man chose to have his past inform his present, not define his future. He will certainly have a positive influence on the lives that he touches moving forward. We also have Carolyn Naiba, the mother of two boys who came to Hostos by way of the Ivory Coast in 2012. She was forced to withdraw from school because of housing and personal problems, but returned last year with a steely determination to graduate. Lehman awaits her in the fall, and I have no doubt that she'll continue to distinguish herself. It includes a young woman that I work with, Desiree Whitworth, one of our presidential student diplomats. You feel free to clap. You don't have to listen to me, y'all. She was one of our parents in our two-generation program, a single mother who serves as a role model not just to her children, but to all of us. Desiree notes that it is not her success that matters, but that she is able to involve her children in her educational journey. If I may quote Ms. Whitworth, "They know that I am working hard to provide them with a better life, and because of this program, they get to see it firsthand. We are doing this as a family." La Familia. La Familia is a theme that runs through the history of this institution that we call Hostos Community College. In that light, I want to offer you a final example, the observations of a daughter who was inspired by her mother, a graduate of Hostos' nursing program. Now, this is what the daughter wrote. My mother was tortured by a lack of confidence in her own mental ability. Most of the time, she had to beat back her fear with furious effort. She would crack the books as soon as she walked in the door, and midnight would find her still studying. Seeing my mother get back to her studies was all the proof I needed that a chain of emotion can persuade when one forged of logic wouldn't hold. But more important was her example that a surplus of effort could overcome a deficit of confidence. It was something I would remember often in the years ahead, whenever faced with fears that I wasn't smart enough to succeed. The mother so lovingly described by her daughter is one Celina Sotomayor, Hostos class of 1973. If that name sounds familiar to some of you, it is because the daughter she inspired is the Bronx's own Sonia Sotomayor, Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States of America. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is your heritage. Our past and our present are filled with examples after examples of the richness, the quality, and the strength that our diversity has brought to this country. Now, I challenge anyone in this nation, regardless of their station in life, their power, their wealth, or their accomplishments, to argue that you are not the best that this nation has to offer. As you move on to the next stage of your life, be it in your chosen professions or advanced study, remember how you got here. Never let anyone tell you that you cannot succeed. Always proudly proclaim that you are Hostos, you are the best. Congratulations, class of 2016. Godspeed. Que Dios te bendiga.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Christine Mangino.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to introduce members of the faculty and staff of this college. Department chairs, please stand. Thank you. Unit coordinators, please stand. Thank you. Faculty, please stand. Thank you. And staff, please stand. Thank you. A partial list of honors awarded to the members of the 45th Commencement Ceremony are listed in the program. At this time, we would like to take a few moments to honor those graduates who have attained exceptional academic distinction. Will all those students wearing the gold stole symbolizing academic excellence, which indicates a grade point average of 3.7 and above, please stand. Please join me in a heartfelt round of applause to honor these outstanding students for what they have achieved. Thank you. And we would like to wish all the recipients continued success after you leave Eugenio Maria de Hostos Community College. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my most distinct pleasure to recognize and introduce to you the valedictorian and salutatorian of 2016. Valedictorian, Ms. Wendy Fernandez. And our salutatorian, Mr. Santi Agrispin. Please welcome the valedictorian, Ms. Fernandez, who will be addressing you.
buenas tardes. Good afternoon, President Gomez, Provost Mangino, members of the faculty and staff, fellow graduating students, beloved families, and other distinguished guests. My major is electrical engineering, and I do not know if it is an electrical engineer's complex, but I dream of an even brighter future. I dream of a brighter Hostos Community College with a brighter South Bronx. And I believe that the only way of brightening our community is through our hard work. Seeing all of you here today, I know that my dream is possible and is becoming a reality. All of you represent the outcome of numerous sacrifices. It was not easy, but you made it. And today, you can proudly wear your cap and gown. Today, you can say, I did it. And I also believe that our achievement is shared with the person who fought to brighten the South Bronx in 1968 and believed in all of us even before we did. In 1968, several neighbors of the South Bronx made the decision that their community deserved a place where their members will be able to achieve higher education. This is how Hostos Community College was born. However, creating a college was not an easy task. Making it a reality entailed a lot of hard work. Years and years of work were required. But these visionary fighters did not give up. They made movements such as Save Hostos, the most sustained and successful mass movement in New York City during the 70s, where they fought for equality for their students and for better infrastructures and facilities. Today, thanks to the perseverance of those fighters, Hostos is thriving in the South Bronx. Hostos has allowed thousands of students to achieve their dream, and today, I am the example. Today, we are the example. We are the dream. In January of 2014, I started my first semester at Hostos as an engineering student. Like for many freshmen, this first semester was incredibly confusing. I spent most of the time depressed because I thought that I would not be able to obtain a college degree because of my limited English skills and my family situation those times. During my first semester, I moved 3 times. I lived first with my grandmothers in Yonkers, then in Brooklyn with my cousin, and finally with my mother, brother, and little sister in one single room. Despite being incredibly happy to be reunited with my family, living all together in one room without space to study was not easy. To make matters more difficult, the owner of the apartment told us every single night that we needed to move, something that was impossible at the time because my mother did not have a job. Meanwhile, my brother and I were the main source of income for our families with our part-time jobs at McDonald's. The pressure was just incredible. I thought that I would be even able to finish the semester. I thought about dropping out of school and postponing my education until my family's economic situation improved. And one day, by stroke of luck, I spoke with the engineering coordinator, Professor Joel Rodriguez. He kindly listened and gave me the courage and confidence I needed to keep enrolled in all my classes. That semester, I got A's in all my courses. Professor Joel Rodriguez guided me through my college career at Hostos and now at City College. One kind professor changed my life trajectory. Never doubt the influence one person can have on another's life. However, my time at Hostos was not easy. Like you, I have to spend a lot of time studying. Nevertheless, I was also blessed to receive the help from the different resources offered at Hostos, especially the ASAP program. The ASAP staff, in particular, the amazing and dedicated Bader Cruz, support me and follow my progress through those years. During those years, I worked arduously to achieve my dreams, which at first seemed unattainable. Nevertheless, my professors, my advisors, the ASAP program, Hostos, gave me the wings I need to fly and achieve my dreams. Moreover, even though I finished all my classes at Hostos, I'm still receiving help from the school. Today, I'm able to address all of you thanks to the help of Professor Natasha Llana Cañedo, who has coached me on my speech. Today, I'm not telling my story because it is unique or special. I tell my story because it is our story. All Hostos students are fighters. And in one way or another, all of us have been helped by the different resources offered at Hostos. Hostos has given us the wings to reach our dreams. Thanks to the effort of the Hostos founders in the 60s and the first students who fought for a brighter South Bronx, we are able to fly. To the elected officials and to the CUNY administration that are present here today, I ask you a personal plea. Please keep making it possible for all students enrolled in CUNY and all incoming students to have the best chance to achieve their academic goals by providing us all the necessary resources and funding. The work we accomplish today is the blessing and the future of tomorrow. No matter how arduous our journey may be, we have to keep working hard because our success is just not our own, but also our community success as well. Today, we finish this powerful chapter of our life with pride and happiness. And most importantly, we have developed the ability to fly and reach our goals. We now also possess the ability to give wings to other students and members of our community. Today, I promise in front of all of you that I will fight to accomplish my dream of making us an even brighter community. And I know that all of you will do the same. because you have the ability of brightening not only South Bronx, but our entire world. Congratulations, felicidades.
Thank you, Ms. Fernandez, for those beautiful, inspiring words. At this time, President Gomez will recognize the senior class of the Hostos Lincoln Academy's Early College High School.
Thank you, Professor Byrd. Today, 38 students from the Hostos Lincoln Academy will become the sixth class to graduate from the Early College High School. These seniors are marching in today's ceremony to acknowledge their completion of the curriculum that will entitle them to an Associate of Art degree after their high school diploma is conferred. Early College High School. Yes, quite an accomplishment. The Early College High School is a national initiative that allows students to take high school courses and college-level courses simultaneously. The partnership between Hostos Community College and the Hostos Lincoln Academy is one of 12 early college high schools in the CUNY system.
Thank you, President Gomez. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to begin the most important part of our commencement ceremony. The conferral of degrees. Before we continue, please allow me to make this announcement. We ask everyone to remember that all photographs must be taken from your seats. A professional photographer will take pictures of each of the graduates. Platform marshals, please go to your positions. At the direction of the college marshals, the graduates receiving degrees will stand, and at the request of the VP for Student Development and Enrollment Management, Nathaniel Cruz, they will come forward to receive the congratulations of the President of the college, the Provost and VP for Academic Affairs, the VP for Continuing Education and Workforce Development, AVP for Institutional Advancement, and the faculty and staff. The audience is asked not to applaud until all the graduates have been presented. So, let the roll be called.
Will the Hostos Lincoln Academy early college students who, upon completion of all requirements, will qualify for an Associate's in Arts degree, please stand. President Gomez, I now have the honor to present to you the Hostos Lincoln Academy early college students who, upon completion of all requirements, will be recommended for graduation with an Associate's in Arts degree.
Ladies and gentlemen, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, based on the Charter of the State of New York, I confirm that, upon completion of all of the requirements, I will collectively confer upon you the Associate in Arts degree that you have individually earned, along with its rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Go forth and continue to seek knowledge and understanding with even more enthusiasm and focus than you have shown through your early accomplishments.
Well, I don't have to ask them. They're already here. Come on up. Jerry Jimenez. Kimberly Polanco. Bakri Traore. Bryce Merchant. Roman Gonzalez. Abubakar Rahman. Joel Nunez. Ricardo Mejia. Lisbeth Ortigosa Pacheco. Micaris Pimentel. Divina Milanes. Damara Dueño. Destiny Cruz. Margarita Corrado. Esteban Acosta. Joshua Estacio. Shailene Cabrera. Alondra Severino. Alicia Cruz. Cindy Morales. Alea Duncan. Andrew Echevarria. Alenis Baez. Irma Inocente. Liana Robin. Nathalie Ross. Malia Riley Brown. Jimmy Perpina. Maria Elena Mendoza. Monique Giampo. Rosa María Bermejo. Margarita Simón.
Students, please, you may sit down. Will the valedictorian and salutatorian, the students with the Associates in Arts degree, students with an Associates in Science degree, students with an Associate in Applied Science degree, and students graduating with a certificate in licensed practical nursing, please stand. President Gomez, I now have the honor to present and recommend to you the valedictorian and the salutatorian and those students who have been recommended for graduation with an Associate in Arts degree, students with an Associate in Science degree, students with an Associate in Applied Science degree, and students graduating with a certificate in licensed practical nursing. I certify that the candidates have satisfied all degrees and now ask that their degrees be conferred upon them.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, based on the Charter of the State of New York, I collectively confer upon you the Associate in Arts degree, the Associate in Science degree, the Associate in Applied Science degree, and the Certificate in Licensed Practical Nursing that you have individually earned along with its rights, privileges, and responsibilities. We salute the valedictorian and salutatorian for their unique achievement in graduating at the very top of their class. As you receive these degrees, may the love of learning, compassion, and discipline enable you to continue to excel in all that you do. Congratulations.
May the valedictorian please step up. Wendy Fernandez. Salutatorian, Santi Agrispin. Will the students receiving the degrees please come up to the stage with your name card? Valerie De Jesus. Stevasha Perry. Marlene Soto. Colette Parker. Monica Bruce. Anae Angel. Samantha Diaz. Kadiatu Diallo. Marinelli Amoldovar. Alejandra Vargas. Elizabeth Ventura. Susana Plasencio. Alfonsina Jimenez. Kadidiatu Diallo. Yamilatu Diallo. Crystal Sarabia. Samantha Constanza. Stephen Brown. Congratulations. Anesta McWilliams. Saul Colon. Jaylene Ortiz. Danelli Santos. Mariel Cruz. Charlene Simmons. Vanessa Lopez. Adahilsa Jimenez. Noel Sabo. Starlene Reyes. Rishidad Ramsamu. Shak Samura. Ulisa Rodriguez. Georgina Addison. Jodian Campbell. Yolanda Castillo. Denise Padilla. Daiquimilda Pichardo. Joydeth Patrick. Ashley Bermudez. Sydney Cotman. Anna Rivera. Mariah Dueño. Tavon Williams. Charlie Savitiera, Selena Rivera, Ambra Thomas, Ramel Archie, Showtime.
That's without a microphone.
Chastity Castro, Deyanira Jerez Gomez, Vanessa Navarro Terreros, Lacey Perez, Luisa Escolastico, Eustania Perez, Shanasia Carrington, Tanea Hawkins, Michael Emery, Jasmine Carrera, Diana Montanero,
Pause after this one.
Lahoon Roxanne. Oh. Luna Vieira. Azure Wilson. Pearl Dinsey. Adwoa Kwakayewa, Clarisnex Guzman, Chichi Bourne, Franchi Medina, Adriani Morillo, Asia Barnes, Ashiba Reynolds, Raven Simone Wedderburn, Dianis Figueroa, Cynthia Dumont, Christopher Hall, Jamie Estrella, Perla Hidalgo Santos, Leila Bias, L'Oreal Quiros, Matthews Cabrera, Germán Santos, Taylor Charles, Richard Moses, Lan Ho, Maria del Valle, Sedacia Johnson, Hope Tolliver, Unirda Acevedo, Edilis Cruz, Yannick Marquez, Chanel Mangrum, Anisha Pele. Desiree Whitworth.
Should have called the other names.
Judith Yanes. Miraida Gomez. Erica De Jesus. Vanessa Pierre. Francesca Cornelio. Christian Diaz. Janice Piñera. Adahilsa Sosa Perez. Aranza Diaz. Elisama Salva. Kimberly Rodriguez. Nelson Castrillon. Winsome Grant. David Ascona. Catherine Alcantara. Nabert Perez. Alfa Reyes. Acernoma Iyamu. Amber Thomas.
Angel Levette.
Angel Levette Camacho. Seriana Sekach. Astrid Justiano Diaz. Sharon Guerrero. Kevin Cepero. Christina Benjamin. Diona Thomas.
What's up? A Leon?
Yeah. Leon F. Dupe. Eric Perez. Maurice Blake. Noemi Masara. Michelle Gerard. Kimberly Acevedo. Elisa Pitaluga. Jacqueline Cabrera. Michael Johnson. Angelica Lalave. Catherine Acevedo. Leoneth Fiada. Carlos Amarante. Brady Pichardo. Nelson Castillo. Tiffany Collins. Lisa Rodriguez. Tessalana Smith. Tangi Gwynn. Ana Hidalgo.
Okay.
Iris Morales. Brenda Tolentino. O'Neill Blackman.
Oh, thank you.
Diana Era. Melissa McIntosh. Jordana Hermosen. Landy Perez Marte. Grismilda Garcia. Rosalia Fortuna. Taiwo A. Haruna. Che. Shai Johnson. Fatimatu Diallo. Karina Flores. Ivan Dillon. Amanda Montañez. Tiffany Perez Cardenas. Carol Veloz. Chelsea Feliciano. Wallaby Oliver. Jessica Sierra. Nelly Marin. Zeus Serrata. Vincent Russo. Wilfredo Gonzalez. Kimon Clark. Jesse Elefantis. Juan Ramon Aguirre. Mercy Aribedesi. Andrews Larty. Nicholas Lampon. Carolyn Rios.
Frank Casado. Ruth Ramón. Rocío Vicente. Marine Veras. Hansel Collado. Melanie Almonte. Suheiri Acevedo. Taylor M. Alcantara Arno. Kevin Bellotti. Iandra Santiago. Jose Peña. Ana Estrella. Donisha Susi. Jason Washington. Altagracia Garcia. Ivana Núñez. Lovell Williams. Julie Ann Johnson. Janita Young. Jennifer Rios. Brittany Francis. Yvette Vasquez. Christina Rivera. Rosa Cepeda. Lorena Gomez. Angélica Usino. Annabelle Sangronis. Oliver Cruz Hernandez. Paloma Medina. Zenobia Blake. Umar Mbaye. Michelle Gary. Trisha Morales. Nicole Felix. Jasmine Rivera. Andrea Laus. Eunice Dunu. Ilda Marte. Beverly Baffo. Suhey Thomas. Jasmine Brown. Guarda Dorville. Rodolfo Antalan. Salimata Sek. Charisse Gordon. Melissa Bartholomew. Sahid Jalade. Nandini Singh. Francis Rolon. Maria Olivar Awad. Suhey Cabrera. Esther Martinez. Angel Garcia. Wesley John. Natalie Rosario. Jasmine Castillo. Chanel Wilkerson. Latanya Wilkerson. Cassie Anderson. Carlos Abreu. Marlene Pimentel Pérez. Stephanie Salas. Katiushka Alcántara. Abraham Garcia. Stephanie Crespo. Catherine Guerrero. Adrialisa Erasme. Iliana Rodriguez. Kashana Watts. Tiffany Blackshear. Darlene Asensio. Joel Monte de Oca. Paul Santiago. Napoleon Boyer. Roshanda Ford. Donita Session. Nayama Kisi Ankoma. Shiraz Bagaru. Joshua Bawa Nyabika. Samuel Rockies Kempak. Solange Santos. Genevieve Carr. Cesar Navarro. Hamida Mackenzie. Ruby Rivera. Yarisa Fajardo. Richard Vasquez. Jasenia Baez. Eugene Moore. Naja McLean. Christine Stradiron. Juneris Liriano. Suleni Akes. Kayla Velez. Tammy Lee M. Perez Pichardo. Maciel Cabrera. Roberto de Peña. Liliana Lajarra. Arnold Cuadrago. Marlon Clavier. Isis Roman. Francis Perez. Sujeni Morales. Soreli Aybar. Rafaelina Peralta. Candice Cameron. Zalma Akhtar. Rochelle Stansel. Flora Limonar Ramirez. Chantal González. Gireni Flores. Elina Betances. Janilza Florencio. Rosa Grullón. Lawrence Paulino. Zaira Dini. Stephanie Clavijo. Janushko. Karina Cabrera. Liliana Sarmiento. Carlos Bibiloni. Sita Fofana. Denise Nieves. Ramona Reed. Brian Arancibia. Carmen Peralta. Catherine Rodriguez. Denise Cava Santana. Faisal Traore. Saint Backup. Paola Rodriguez. Jasmine Price. Ruben Núñez. Natalia Galan. Yaheli Vega. Kamal Walker. Anieli Pascual Manzueta. Milagros Polanco. Stephanie Gonzalez. Joanna Núñez. Joel Jorge. Chanel Joseph. Anna Jones. Letitia Williams. Kelly Snyder. Tashina Fiorentino. Kelvin Rodriguez. Francia Di Roche. Jessica Morel. María Colón. Gloria Doza. Chantel Vigilance. Sukania Kosungnoin. Lamisha Pau. Ronnie Eusebio. Luz A. Contreras. Isamar Garrido Rodríguez. Oceloka Shira. Janicel Fragoso Ramírez. Rosalba Paulino. Kojo Aboji. Janelyn Rodríguez. Mariel Sánchez Reyes. Arcelino Pérez Flores. Pingüende Cincone. Brittany Carr. Jacqueline Frias. Catherine Cepeda. Liliana Tenesaca. Lydia Sangare. Mariama Diallo. Aisha Francis. Roberto C. Martínez. Justin Rodríguez. Fátima Hernández. Claudette Jolie Mede. Yasmin Lopez. Timothy Manning. Andrew Mayu. Carlos Mejia. Stacy Nolasco. Lucinda Doctor. Catherine Castillo. Erika Santiago. Sasha Gay Chance. Candy Benavides. Laurette Niaba. Lachey Jimenez. Laika Jones. Namori Cisse. Aminata Sile. Famata Kaje. Diglady Cruz. Adrazi Mazakidi. Rabiat Ajao. Araba Asma. Michael Agie. Ivana Green. Melquis Cedeño. Dominic Abner. Denise Ruiz. Francisco Contreras. Yashira Arias. Amber Bufford. Diana Fernandez. Tanisha Walker. Paligba Quarago. Joanna Ruerio. Víctor Madueño. Jenny Monción Peña. Aminata Conte. Lastine Bonner. Ashley Hines. Asetu Ruamba. Horatio Burrell. Bebiada Zungrana. Mahir Rafi. Wendy M. Tiendrebiogo. Orlando Roche. Emanuel Delgado. Janet McKenzie. Marco Lopez. Stephanie Crespo. Khadija Roach. Elizabeth Breton Martinez. Natalie Diaz. Crystal Pacheco. Daniela del Rosario. Joyce Franco. Indira Garcia. Maura Guiti. Shavar Johnson. Rita Rodriguez. Jenny Hernandez. Bianca Cordero. Marilyn De Olio Escalante. Isamar Uribe. Joan Christine Barreto. Gigi Campos. Helen Frias Jimenez. Diana Rosario. Betania González. Emmy Buchanan. Ellie Perea Flecker. Olga Bakai. Arti Patel. Navjot Kaur. Iana Rosa Andrade. Lisette Maso Gomez. Jusilde Lorenzo Marínez. Brenda Oviendo.
You got 4 rows left. I'll take the last 3 after you do about 20 more. Okay?
Sharita Campbell. Diana Guerrier. Jane Zen. Li Yang Lim. Margarita Sanchez. Fiona McDonough. Katia Blanco. Marietta Hill. Loreni Núñez. Gina. Ralik Smith. Christopher Alfaro. Christopher Rodriguez. Daniel Ortega. Miguel Rojas. Pedro Ángel. Deshaun Hunter. Corey Paniagua. Isaac Contreras. Stalin Tejada Hernández. Brian De Sala. Jonathan Martinez. Monica Sin. Mariam Soler. Carlos Vélez, SGA Commissioner. Lamicia Parks. Kayshawn Guilford. Axel Bonilla. Arlene Andrades. Sandy Castillo.
Cristina Torres. Yvette Mendez. Makia Lowe. Lorraine Valerio.
Afang Nakusu.
Giselle Afang Nakusu. Rocio Palacios. Mildred Rodriguez. Arielis Vázquez. Arisleida Guzmán. Denia Marina Pimentel Bon. Tania Ruiz. Claribel Espinal. Monica Velez. Marie Allison Medina. Josephine Medina Torres. Tyrell Bush Game Design. Jose Deschamps. Anthony Rivera. Irma Robinson. Francis Martinez. Erica Rivera. Jennifer Justiniano Genevieve Castellar. Verónica Renovales. María Demetrio Rosendo. Noeli Betances. Jennifer Lazarenko. Kalika Wortham. Charitable. Jemima Charitable. Yesenia Marines. Nancy Marte Muñoz. María Peña. Fiorelis Suero. Nilsa Ramos. Raquel Olivo. Marieli Plasencia. Kandakar Hack. Altagracia Burgos. Ami Vargas. Ruth Castillo de la Cruz. Danche. Claren Danche Contreras. Luis Zeno. Israel Armijos. Tatiana Forsyth. Jose Palacios. Sean Wilson. Adio Hayward. Charlie Ferreira. Lensley Gonzalez. Fritz Neret Jr. Akhenaken Seta. Olajuwon Simmons. Juan Ruiz. Alicia Young. Mark Madison. Emily De La Rosa. Christina Nilaj. Shana Santana. Barbara Lynn Fenton. Angelica Rodriguez. Venus McGee Ramirez. Naylet Mata. Elvia Acevedo Martinez. Tatiana Rich. Wendy Macera.
Okay.
Rains Gomez. Kenya Alvarez. Lisbeth Santana. Solangiel Suarez. Joshua Arsham. Cynthia Rodriguez. Kemani Yates. Joel Severino. Sakari De Jesus. Jessica Nunez. Daliana Gasca. Kevin Ruiz. Wilson Mercado. Julis Guzman de Jesus. Yanela Tenel. Daniel Gomez Lopez. Jamali Fernandez. Destiny Santiago. Gladys Taveras. Yanreris Morel. Margarito Balbuena. Kiara Santos. Yvonne Clark. Shamise Walker. Lorgia Martinez. Jacqueline Morel. That's it?
Platform marshals, you may sit down.
We're almost at the end. Take a deep breath. All of you who have helped make today possible by supporting these outstanding graduates, please stand and receive an appropriate round of applause. Now, to the guests of honor, our graduates. Graduates of the 45th Commencement Ceremony, please stand. Before I give this last command, Make sure that your tassels are on the right side. No, have them on the right side first. Follow instructions, ladies and gentlemen. You may now move your tassel from the right side to the left side to signify that you have been initiated as associates in the academic community. Welcome and congratulations.
It's not over till it's over. Please be seated. Our college bears the name of a man who dedicated his life to education and to justice. He was a man of letters and a man of law. He fought for human rights and personal dignity. Eugenio María de Hostos was a touchstone of his era. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very proud of our students. We have many good reasons to rejoice. Let us do so now by singing the Hostos Alma Mater. Mr. Rafael Torres will lead us in singing the Hostos Alma Mater. He will be accompanied by Mr. Emmanuel Diaz. And since I know that most of you do not know the Hostos Alma Mater, you can find the words in the program, and we encourage you to join in.
Cantemos hoy con emoción un himno en honor al grande pensador. Es de Hostos alma mater, fuente del saber y la verdad. Hicemos hoy el banderín que nos lleva hacia el fin y a la felicidad. Y al mundo ejemplo somos de hermandad. Y al mundo ejemplo somos de hermandad. Este Hostos nuestro hogar, alma mater de todas sin par. Este Hostos nuestro hogar, es nuestra alma mater, fuente de verdad. Este es de Hostos. Today the earth is full of song, with voices loud and strong, in honor of our man. It's the Hostos alma mater, college fountainhead of love and the truth. We raise our banner as we win our laurels and esteem from people high and wide. For we are the example of brotherhood. For we are the example of brotherhood. Yes, the Hostos is our shrine, alma mater of unequaled rank. Yes, the Hostos is our shrine, in our alma mater we are full of pride. This is a Hostos.
You may please sit down. It's not over till it's over. The 45th ceremony is drawing to a close. But at this time, President David Gomez wishes to acknowledge transitions within the Hostos family.
Thank you, Professor Byrd. Today, Hostos is saying hasta luego not only to our graduates, but also to these longtime members of the college family. Our Grand Marshal, Professor Alida Pastoriza Maldonado, who has given 45 years of service. Our Master of Ceremonies, Professor Alberto Byrd, who has given Hostos almost 29 years of service. And Mr. Jack Jacobs, who has given the college close to 29 years of service and worked on so many commencement ceremonies. Words cannot adequately convey the depth of our gratitude for your invaluable service. So I am asking all present to join me in expressing our appreciation with a standing ovation. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Professor Pastoriza Maldonado, Professor Alberto Byrd, and Mr. Jack Jacobs.
Yes, thank you, President Gomez, for your kind words. We're at the end of our 45th commencement ceremony. Shortly, our recessional will begin. At that time, we ask that you remain seated until all the graduates are out. Grand Marshal Professor Alida Pastoriza Maldonado will now signify the end of the ceremony. Thank you.
Let all who are here present know that the 45th commencement ceremony of Eugenio Maria de Hostos Community College of the City University of New York is now concluded.